Hello, my name is Helen Sheals and I'm playing Mrs. Y in Vieux at the Charing Theatre, which has transferred from the King's Head Theatre, where it was sold out and critically acclaimed, and here we are at Charing Theatre and I'm having tea with Wilma. It's set in a rooming house in New Orleans in the district, the Vieux district, which is the French Quarter. And it's quite run down, and it's run by Mrs. Wire, who I play, and she's a bit of a harridan, so she's quite sort of bitter, and she rules the roost basically. And there's a crowd of sort of dissolute tenants in the house. A young writer, which is basically Tennessee Williams, a girl who is having a relationship with a young man, and an older gay man who's dying of consumption. TV, that is consumption, isn't it? Or is that different? Anyway. And two very old ladies who they used to be very genteel, but they're now on their uppers and can't afford food and they're starving. Well, I'd seen it at the King's Head and really enjoyed it. Robert's one of my oldest friends, Robert Shavara, the director, and he offered the part to me, and it's a long time since we worked together, probably almost 20 years ago. So I leapt in it really, because it's a fantastic part, wonderful production and a wonderful play, and I've never done a Tennessee Williams, so all in all, no competition really. I didn't really have to make a decision about it. I've been acting for a very long time now. Highlights of my career, I suppose. I was the first person to play Little Voice after Jane Horrocks had originated it. I played Little Voice in the regional premiere at Bristol Oak Vic and the first national tour. So that was a bit of a coup, about 18 years ago, I suppose. And then last year, I played Mary Hoff, the mother in The Rise and Fall of Little Voice, which was an amazing experience. And I can remember when I was playing Little Voice thinking, I can't wait till I'm old enough to play that part. So it was a kind of dream come true, really, to have played both parts. Really different experiences of the same play, and you come away from the show as Little Voice sort of uplifted, because that's what happens to the character when you're playing it, whereas with Mary Hoff, your experience of the plays, it's still wonderful, but you come away feeling quite down, really. Not down, because I'm not one of those actors that go home and goes, oh my god, I'm still in the play, not really. But, it is a different experience, yeah. But you're never off stage as Mary, and when you are, you're doing a quick change. It's crazy. I was in Brookside for about a year, just before it came off, so I was in the last year of its life, which was a nice experience, but also, a bit of a shame that I wasn't in it for a little bit longer. It would have been nice to stay in it for a few more years. And my first big TV thing that I did was a series called Hello Girls, which was set in the 1950s, and it was about telephone operators, which they did in fact call the Hello Girls in those days, because they go hello. And that was great. That was one of the nicest jobs I've ever had. It was light entertainment, but beautifully, the period detail was brilliant. It was really good. What else? Yeah, Queen Margaret. I played Queen Margaret in the Wars of the Roses trilogy, which is Henry VI, parts 1, 2 and 3, and Richard III. So I played her from an 18-year-old girl to an 80-year-old woman, and in between when she was Queen of England, basically. That was a terrific experience. I think there's only a handful of actresses that have actually played all three parts, basically since Shakespeare's time. So that was a major achievement and experience, yeah. More recent things that I've done TV-wise, I've been Coronation Street, Silent Witness, where I played a crack whore serial killer. Typecasting, really. And Downton Abbey, which again was a great experience. I played the postmistress in that, and was in 3 episodes of it. Blimey. I don't know, that's hard to do without making it sound like you're being a big fat show-off or doing yourself down, I don't know. nice, vibrant, funny, intelligent, sexy, I don't know. I did a production of Taste of Honey about 4 years ago at Salisbury Playhouse, playing the mother, and I've also played again the daughter in Taste of Honey as well. That was at Bristol Vic some time ago, and during the first preview, my first costume was a really tight pencil skirt, pencil skirt suit, and we had a bit where I had to run after my daughter over the bed, and as I lifted my leg up to go over the bed and run over it, my skirt, unbeknownst to me because I couldn't feel it, started slipping down until eventually, when I got round the other side of the bed, it was around my ankles. So I just picked it up and fastened it and kept my eye contact with the girl who was playing Jo, who, bless her, did not blink an eyelid and didn't laugh and just carried on with the scene. Fortunately, I had 1950s underwear on underneath, suspender belt, stockings, the whole lot, so it didn't look incongruous. And apparently, during the interval, somebody said, "Do you think that was supposed to happen?" One of the ushers heard this woman say, "Do you think that was supposed to happen?" She went, "Oh God, yes, she's that kind of character. Yes, oh yes, it was supposed to." Yeah, that was quite funny and a little bit alarming. I would love to play Mrs. Johnston in Blood Brothers. That is a role that I'd really love to do. Well, PF, because I'd like to play it. And that's my dream role, really, is to play that. Partly because physically it really suits me. Because, she was tiny as well. And partly because when I did Rise and Fall of Little Boys, PF was one of my favourite voices. I always wanted to play. I'm also fascinated by PF anyway, so I would love to play that part. Last show I saw this. That was the last show I saw. Vieux at the King's Head. Oh, Jersey Boys, which I absolutely loved. It's probably the best musical I've ever seen. Really, really enjoyed it. Partly because it's based on real life, and so the songs were genuine and they weren't fit into anything. It was actually everything that they did was they were doing on stage rather than bursting into song. So yeah, I loved it. I loved Jersey Boys. It's brilliant. It's a really, really good play and really good production, and it has got everything in it. It is really funny, but it's also very touching and moving, very theatrical. It doesn't pull any punches, and it's very engrossing. And it's got all those things that I think a good play should have, in that it's genuinely entertaining, really funny, but it makes you think as well, and you come away thinking about life and relationships and personal politics as well, and how people conduct their lives and how they treat each other. It's very good. It's wonderful. On Monday, I start directing a play called Confetti, which I did 20 years ago as an actress, and now I'm directing it. And it's got two venues. One is the Last Refuge in Peckham Rye, which has it's the Bussey Building in Peckham Rye. The Royal Court has a venue there, and the Last Refuge is a smaller 90-seat venue. So we're doing a revival of an award-winning play called Confetti, which won the George Devine Award in '92 for Best New Play, and the Time Out Award '92 Best New Play. It's a brilliant play. It's a one-act. Again, it's the same kind of thing. It's very entertaining, very funny, but very moving, thought-provoking. Set in the north, it's set in Yorkshire, where I'm from, and again, it's a really good night out. And then we go to the MAP Studio Cafe, which is a site-specific venue because it's set in a pub, in October.